Good morning, guys. Yeah, it's been a fun little run. We made it all the way down to Big Bend. Went down to Big Bend State Park and Big Bend Ranch State Park, then Big Bend National Park. Did all that. We worked our way back up to here. We're working our way back down the coast. But I am sitting here on the Pecos River Bridge. Little place I kind of came across when we were heading down to Big Bend. I decided when I come back, we was going to go ahead and kind of actually stayed the night here. Look at this view behind me. Ain't this cool? Anyway, we stayed the night up here on this ridge all night. And pretty nice. Weather's about 52, 53 degrees. Just phenomenal view, phenomenal. But here is an area that this is where the Pecos River comes down. The last 60 miles of it runs down through here. And then right over here to our right, I'll show another shot of that, is the Rio Grande. So just not but a mile over here around the corners where the Rio Grande and the Pecos meet up. And then, like I said, right over there's the Mexican border. A lot of border patrol over here. They got over here yesterday. They had, I guess the border patrol was doing airboat. I had an airboat running down there on the river down below us, running up and down the river with the airboat, doing patrols and stuff. You know, we haven't seen anything. Just typical, just activity with the local enforcement. Border patrol, they some good people. They just doing their job out there, just kind of out there keeping everybody safe and secure. It's been pretty pleasant. A lot of people were always talking about how it seems a little rough down here on the border, and we're probably about an hour and a half outside Laredo, and then we're going to work our way down to Rio Grande. We're hugging it all the way down. Stay at a couple state parks down there. I got video of that coming up, but yeah, it's been a good run. It's been a real good run, matter of fact. It's funny when you get on the road like this and you live like this for a while, you almost get depressed when you think you got to go home. It's a different lifestyle. Here we are. So anyway, just want to share this with you. This famous bridge, all these trucks and stuff going across the top of it, but it just kind of adds to the appeal. I'm gonna try to get some drone footage up here. See if I can do this without losing my drone. If we could get it all taken care of. But got my coffee. Got my I am grumpy, but I am not grumpy. Way far from being grumpy. And just doing our thing. Traveling mullet, just moving on along and taking pictures as I can, trying to show what I can with y'all, and going from there. So yeah, just stay along for the ride and we'll kind of see how it goes. All right, a little history lesson. Let's do this again. Pecos River, high bridge, high canyon walls dominate the last 60 miles of the Pecos River before it enters the Rio Grande. The Southern Pacific Railroad built the first high bridge across the Pecos River in 1891. The first highway bridge to span the river was built 1 mile downriver from here in 1923. Just 50 feet above the water, the 1923 bridge was destroyed by floodwaters in 1954. Two temporary low bridges built nearby in 1954 and 1955 also were destroyed by floodwaters. A new 1,310 feet long bridge was completed here in 1957 at 273 feet above the river. It is the highest highway bridge in Texas. So 273 feet above, 1,310 feet across from end to end. Then again, there's the Mexico, where the Pecos and they both reach. Some more history at this point. A lot of history here. So the Pecos River in literature and folklore, noted for mineral thick waters and sudden floods, the Pecos River snakes through the Texas on its way to the Rio Grande. Historian J. Evans Haley and folklorist J. Frank Dobie, who called it a strange river and a barricade, are among many who have immortalized the Pecos in writing. Zane Grey wrote, "Rising clear and cold in the mountains of northern New Mexico, its pure waters cut through rough country that changed to flood. To turbid red storytellers have likened the river and the arid land along to it. The river and the arid land along it to hell, death, and violence, a natural border for several counties The Pecos is where the mythic Wild West begins, the land that produced the legendary Judge Roy Bean and fabled Pecos Bill. Then the other thing that we got, so we got 3 points of interest in here. And then the Medal of Honor fight was here. In 1870s, the U.S. Army relied on black Seminole Negro, Indian scouts in campaigns against raiding Native Americans, along with the Texas-Mexico border. In April 1875, Lieutenant John L. Bullis and 3 scouts, Sergeant John Ward, Private Pompey Factor, and trumpeter Isaac Payne, left Fort Clark to scout for raiders in this area. After 4 days, they found a fresh trail, and on April 25th, within a half a mile of this site, they engaged a party of about 30 Comanche Indians with dozens of horses. Outgunned and outnumbered, the scouts withdrew, but Bullis horse bolted, Bullis's horse bolted, stranding him. Factor and Payne provided cover fire, and Ward rescued his lieutenant. The 3 Seminole scouts later received medals of honor for this gallantry. So, there were Indians in this